Hi everyone, welcome to In Nature Tarot. Today's topic, we are going to be focusing on this Scorpio new moon coming up November 4th, 2021. We are going to see kind of what changes are afoot and also how to navigate these changes and this kind of end of the season, changing of the seasons, changing of the energies coming towards the closing months of 2021. So we're just going to get into it and have some fun and enjoy what messages come through to help you navigate this time. So this is going to be group 1, group 2, and group 3. Timestamps are going to be listed down below so you can fast forward to your group, and I'll see you at your pile. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading all about this Scorpio new moon and how to kind of navigate these changes. And I just want to say that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and kind of leave the rest. I do offer personal readings, link is down below if that is something that interests you. So we are just going to get started. We've got some pre-pulled oracle and tarot cards, which we'll get into, but we'll go for these ones first. Let's see what your Moonology says. So we have your commitment is being tested. I think there's going to be a big shift in energy this new moon or kind of around it. And that's November 4th, 2021. I feel like you're going to be really feeling the tension and the push and pull to maybe have things done or to get things progressed or to continue with something. I feel like there's going to be something that kind of knocks you back a little bit, or maybe makes you feel a little defeated or a little bit maybe turned around in this situation. But this is kind of just calling for you to maybe go within a little bit more and kind of assess, was that working? Is this something that I should be continuing with, or does this need to be kind of shifted? And it's also like to see if you're serious about this, whatever this is, whatever it pertains to you specifically on your journey. Everyone's going to have a different call or pull to something, but it's definitely that you're being pushed and pulled and tested to find that drive again, that to find that push, to find that pull that keeps you going. And it's not even motivation, it's that determination, it's that drive, it's that, I don't really want to do it because maybe I'm tired or I'm overwhelmed or I'm busy or whatever the excuse is. This is saying like you have time that you can commit to it. How many hours are you spending on social media? There's a great kind of theory behind creating is that you should always create kind of before you consume. Because when you're consuming, it's so easy to kind of get caught up in that whirlwind and compare yourself, and just, it's not healthy. So always make sure that you are staying committed to your own goals and your own path and what you actually believe to be important. So let's see what your tarot cards have to say. 10 of Wands, 4 of Coins, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah. So this new moon, I definitely see that I think you're just overwhelmed. Maybe there's a lot on your plate here. You're feeling like, gosh, am I ever going to break through? Am I ever going to be able to have this all come together? These two cards are definitely feeling like defeated, burnt out, like very much burnt out, like not knowing how to continue, where to kind of go forward. You're really feeling that energy this new moon. But there are breakthroughs ahead. This is kind of saying stick with it, stick with it, stick with this energy, because it's important to you to continue on this path, isn't it? And if it's not, if you're immediately like, then it's not. And maybe you need to reassess what is important to you and where you want to be putting your energy forward. But I think for most of you, it's this feeling of feeling burnt out and overwhelmed. And it's okay to kind of reset and take a break and close yourself off. It doesn't mean that you're giving up. It just means that you're resetting and refreshing. You're able to come back stronger after a state of rest, instead of just pushing, and you're just getting tired and more burnt out and more just dragged and strung along. And no, it's healthy to take breaks. If you work out consistently and you do hard workouts, if you take, a solid break, not even a week, just even a couple days, maybe you're not going every other day to the gym, whatever, you're pacing yourself, or you skip that one session and then you come back, 4 days later instead of 2 days later, and you can lift those weights so much easier, or you just have a little bit more energy and pep in your step. It's just like that kind of energy. But here with this Ace of Swords, this is brand new ideas. This is like aha moments, clarity, just coming to that, like, ooh, like, yes, this is the way to move forward. So I feel like it's going to be an overwhelming kind of energy, but it's saying, please stick with it, because towards the end of this new moon, or just even in the transition period of the moon, you're going to be feeling that aha moment again. So give yourself the patience and, the care and kindness that you need to be able to navigate this maybe more stressful time. So let's see what else we have for you for cards. We have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Yes. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a shift of the way that you think, the way that you have your to-do list, the way that you push yourself, the way that you just are. I feel like you're really transitioning into a maybe more healthier way of how you get to your goals or how you manifest your goals. It's like this growth. You're willing to take the steps to expand and change in a healthy way to be able to be aligned with your goals and not be shaken like a leaf every time something maybe goes wrong, or maybe you didn't get as far as you had wished. It's a process. The growth is a process, And we have change, yes. So lots of growth, lots of change. I think you're going to be feeling very overwhelmed, maybe leading up to the new moon, maybe exactly on the new moon. But this is saying just be patient with yourself, allow the changes to unfold, allow the feelings to unfold, and kind of don't judge yourself. Just let yourself work through those feelings, because once you get through those, and if you... once you get through them, you're going to have that aha moment. And if you kind of try to stuff it down and pretend it's not happening and everything's fine, it's going to take you a little longer to get there, which is fine. Everyone has their own pace, a clock, time. So do what feels right for you in that moment. And we have loosen your grips, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. So this is saying to let go of how you need it to play out and what you think it all needs to be. I specifically see this more with your manifestations. Yes, it's good to be specific with your manifestations, but don't be overly specific English with your manifestations, where I feel like I've had some manifestations where I was trying to like call in a certain specific thing in a certain specific way, and I didn't leave it up to the universe, and it never came in because A, it wasn't for me, and B, it was too specified. Like I had written it out like a recipe, like, okay, this is what I want and this is how it's going to come in, and the universe is like, well, it's not meant for you anyway. But also, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, don't be overly specific and controlling on the way that you want to get XYZ. Loosen that grip. Trust the universe. Trust the timing. We are all on a perfectly scheduled timeline of what happens to us in our lives. And the good, the bad, and the ugly, it is all there and shapes us into the person that we are, Not one person has the same experience as another person, you know, going through childhood all the way up to where you are now. You know, we are all getting handed good things and bad things, and that shapes us and makes us exactly who we are. So just let control of that and like let it flow. All right, so we have some self-care advice. We have make a meal, as well as ground yourself. Yes, especially during this time, I feel like just keeping quiet, going within, trusting, you know, that guidance where you're being led, maybe messages that are coming through. This is just saying to take it easy, to take it slow, to breathe, to know that it will change and it will get better. You have this aha moment, you know, coming in after this kind of more heavier period. So just take the time that you need. Make sure that you're drinking enough water, you're eating healthy, you know, you're taking care of yourself, your mind, your body, your soul. Maybe you're listening to meditations, guided meditations more, or whatever it is, you know, looking for whatever you need to help you cope healthily through this. And last but not least, we have an affirmation to get you through. This world is our heaven on earth. We are the power we are looking for. Each one of us is linked with the universe and with life. Yes, beautiful. So that's all I have for you, group 1. I hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to give it a like, give a comment, subscribe if you feel called. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye. Hi group 2, welcome to your reading about this new moon in Scorpio and how to kind of navigate this change ahead, this kind of energy, this shift as we get closer towards the end of this crazy year. And I just want to say that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I do offer personal readings if that interests you. Link is down below. So we are just going to get started with this Moonology and Tarot, and then we'll get into the rest of these oracle cards here. So we have, ooh, you're very close to achieving your goal. I definitely get the energy of things are finally shifting. Like you have put in so much hard work and dedication and time, and you've been consistent. I can't speak today. And you're being finally recognized. You're finally seeing the pieces come together. You're finally feeling that energy of something's about to change, but like in a good way, in a really exciting way, in a really fulfilling way. You feel, you know, I just feel like you've really put a lot of time and effort into your goals, and you're finally being rewarded for this. And it's very fulfilling and exciting and, you know, giving you that power to move forward. So we've got the Death card. Let's make some room. Strength, 5 of Swords, and 2 of Swords. Yeah, I definitely feel like you have been through the ringer. I feel like you've already been through tests, which is interesting because I also get this similar kind of, not advanced energy, but like sometimes I'm like a week or two ahead of energy shifts that are happening astrologically or whatnot. Like, and I feel like you are the same. Like you already went through this new moon transition like 1 week or 2 weeks ago, you know? And now you're here, just like you've already been through those heavy emotions. You've kind of already transcended this kind of heavier emotion. Maybe you were a bit more like isolated and alone and really trying to transition out of those heavier kind of feelings. And the feelings of feeling stuck and like, is this actually worth it? You know, and struggling a lot with your mental thoughts, you know, with this, I feel with the Strength card here, you know, always like going back and forth between maybe like, why am I doing this? This doesn't feel like who am I? Where am I? Like an existential crisis, but like last week. Or, I mean, I think a few of you may be going through it this week, but I think a majority of you have already shifted this energy, and it's just like the tail end of it, you know? But this wrestling of, why am I doing this? Who am I? Where am I going? What's the point? And then quickly shifting to like, okay, I got this. Like, I feel like I'm on the right path. I trust my intuition. Things feel good. But I feel like you're just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth in this like kind of energy here. But overall, I see you very close to achieving your goal here. You know, whatever you've been manifesting, these things that you've been struggling with, and just hurdles and jumping over and not feeling like you're like, what, how many more years am I going to be doing this before I see anything? But have you stopped and recognized where you are currently 1 year from last year? Like, look back at last year, November 2020. What were you doing? Where were you with this goal? Was it more of just a thought? Had you just started it? Were you kind of a little clunky and clumsy with it? Versus where are you now? And look at how far you have come. And I think this new moon is a bit more of patting yourself on the back to all the hard work and dedication and consistency that you have put into your goal. And I think it is going to be starting to pay off. And I think you're going to start seeing like a shift, you know? I think within the month of November, towards the end of, December, the end of this year, I think you're going to start really seeing a shift in things falling into place a little bit easier. That's kind of what I get for you. So let's see what else we have here for your oracle cards. Ooh, yes. Wow. Success. I know there is no greater goal than to love. Yeah. I feel like whatever you have been really striving for and working for and manifesting and putting time, blood, sweat, and tears into it, it's coming. It is so coming. Like, you're very close to achieving your goal and you have the success card. How much better could it possibly get? What else do you need to hear, in order for you to be like, yeah, it's here. It's coming. I've got it. Like, it's there. And this is also to remind you to celebrate those successes, And what is the ultimate goal? If your ultimate goal is to have this huge whatever, it's like way up here, it's like big, where are you in that goal? And set yourself little mile markers that you can celebrate, along the way, because, the journey to success is a mile marker. It's this one and then this one and then this one, and it's slow, but it's progressive. And this is saying you're kind of just going up to that next notch, in your success, and it feels really rewarding. And this is reminding you to take the time to celebrate your successes. Do something nice for yourself. I think the most recent thing I did for my successes was I bought myself a pizza and I put a candle in it and like made a wish and blew it out and like had a really nice night and watched a good movie. And it doesn't even have to be extravagant. It could be something nice and simple, but just make something like an acknowledgement, a ritual, a pat on the back to you. Leadership. Ooh. Wow. I definitely see that there's a shift here for sure. I definitely see that you're taking ownership of your life, and I just see you grabbing the reins and pulling it exactly where you want to be. And it's because you've been putting so much time and effort into this. It's not new. It's not new at all. Like, you've been doing this for a long time. You've been wrestling with this goal for a long time. And I feel like you're finally just stepping into your power here with the Strength card. You're finally like acknowledging that you need to be in the spotlight. You need to be recognized. You need to be, I'm here. I just hear you saying like, I'm here. This is what I'm doing, and I'm freaking doing it. All right, so we have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict, as well as portal. Doors are opening. You decide, rewards, wild card. So, interesting. I definitely see that, obviously doors are opening, things are happening, things are shifting into this more beautiful energy here. But I also see that, you've learned some hard lessons this year. You've had to go on this journey alone for a while. You've really shifted into this newer person, this newer perspective. And with it, you've had to kind of leave people behind, or, just end that relationship that maybe you had progressed past and they kind of are on their own journey. And it's like these relationships, these push and pulls, you're finally learning, why they were in your life and how they led you to exactly where you are. So recognize your hurdles. Recognize those times that you were alone, those times that you had nothing that you thought, the times that those relationships scarred you. And I think it's going to help you progress in this leadership role, whatever this leadership role is. You're really shifting and shaking your life into, shaping it like clay into what you want it to be. All right, and we have some self-care cards for you for the month going ahead. We have rest, and we have nourish your temple. Yeah, I think this month, this new moon, really taking the time to recover and rest and know that it is on its way. Taking breaks and talking to yourself in a loving way is helping this shift faster. And last but not least, we have some affirmations to bring you through the month as well as this new moon. I create wonderful new beliefs for myself. My consciousness is now being filled with positive thought patterns that contribute to my health, wealth, and loving relationships. Yeah, I feel like you're really shifting with this nourish your temple as well. You're really shifting from those negative thought patterns into more positive, conducive thought patterns, going forward. You're really shifting your inner world into something more healthier. And I am a magnet for miracles. When I change my consciousness and forgive those I need to forgive, healing miracles occur. Yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful reading. That's all I have for you, group 2. If you feel called, give the video a like, give a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your reading of this Scorpio new moon, November 4th, and kind of how to navigate these changes afoot, as we're getting closer to the end of the year. Kind of what energies will be shifting and how to deal with that. And so this is a general pick a card reading. So take what resonates, leave the rest. And I do offer personal readings. Link is down below if you feel called to do that. So we're going to get started. We got some Oracle, Tarot. All right. We have, you are good enough. Yes. Yeah. I feel like this new moon, you're really just realizing your power and what you have to offer, and that you are perfect exactly who you are, where you are, what you have, what you don't have. It doesn't matter. You are perfect exactly how you are today. And I feel like you're just starting to acknowledge this. And if people judge you and say things because, oh, well, you're this age, why don't you have this? You're like, well, because I'm on my own journey, baby. I'm not on your journey. I'm not on your timeline. I am doing me. I am myself. I am here, and I am good enough exactly where I am in my own specific journey, because we're all on our own journey, and I'm exactly where I need to be, and I'm learning the lessons I need to learn right now, exactly in the right timing, and everything else is fine. So there's no rush. So I see you just stepping into that energy more of just accepting yourself, exactly who you are, where you are, as you are, which is beautiful. All right. 3 of coins, Chariot, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I see that you're just stepping into your power here. There's kind of a little bit of fire under your butt as well to kind of just believe in yourself. I feel like you're starting to finally feel happy and joyful and content with who you are. And I feel like it's been a journey to get to this place, as it always is. But you're finally feeling happy without any external pulls. Or you're like, you're feeling more called, that you're just genuinely happy and you love yourself just from within without changing anything else. It's just, you're finally just seeing that light at the end of the tunnel, and you see how much power and how much, like, you're like, oh, I can feel really good. And you're almost like just like not taking anyone's crap anymore, because you're like, this is such a powerful feeling to be there for myself, to have my head held high, to be my cheerleader without any external forces. I haven't changed anything, but it's giving you this boost of confidence to be able to change things, especially with this Wheel of Fortune here. You know, you're like, well, you know what? I deserve more. I deserve more peace of mind. And again, with this fire under your butt, you're deciding to make some shifts, some changes, and really start to listen to, like, what makes me happy? What do I enjoy? How do I go after that? How do I shift this? Since I can shift how happy I am and how content I am with my life, then what else can I shift in my life? What else can I produce in my life? What else can I, like, create? Like, you've just starting to elevate yourself to this power position where you're like, I deserve more. I deserve more in all aspects. And you're starting to shift like a snake, get out of that old yucky skin into this new, fresh, shiny skin. Sorry if you're afraid of snakes. But it's just a metaphor. But you're just shifting into this more shimmering, glimmering you, as well as with this confidence. And it's not even confidence, it's not even you're faking it, it's just, you're just feeling it. You know, things are starting to manifest in a beautiful way because you have this energy shift about you, and now it's shifting everything, you know, in your consciousness, you know, your career, your relationships, your conversations, how you are as a person, all of that stuff. All right, friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I feel like you have a really close friendship with someone who's really helped you shift and navigate this time. And I think they're going to be really important to you in the long run, because they're always there. They're always there for you. And I also see that, you know, you're becoming your own best friend. You know, it's a little bit of a dark quote or something, you know, but it's like, you know, you need to love and trust and be there for that person that you see in the mirror every day, because only you and that mirror reflection, it's you, knows exactly what you've been through and where you want to go, and has always had your back. And so becoming your own best friend is unshakable. Like, you have so much power. You're on a rock. You cannot be shoved off. Like, your feet are glued to the rock. And so this is, I think there are important friendships in your relationships, or that are going to be coming, or you have that one person that you can just always call on. But I think more importantly, you're just realizing how important it is for you to call upon yourself. which is lovely. All right, moderation, balance. Yeah, I feel like you're just finding that push, that pull, that balance of that perfect balance of how to get your life in order. I feel like you finally have a good routine, or you're finding a good routine. You're finding what you need to do, how you need to balance creativity, work, friends, family, working out, eating healthy, just keeping your life in check. I feel like you're finding the perfect balance where it makes sense and it's easy to do and it works for you. I feel like you're just finding that good balance of energy. All right, so we have, you got the love, Hadrian energy, codependency, boundaries. Yes, with this I get more so that you are just stepping into that power of saying no and saying yes to things that feel good. You're really listening to your intuition and like what feels good, what doesn't feel good, and you're letting that lead you, which is powerful, because once you start leading your life with love, your choices with love, instead of fear, because you're like, well, I have to get that, I have to do this, once you start leading with love, things are easier and more fulfilling and more rewarding. So I feel like you're just really asking yourself questions. All right, and we have some self-care oracles. We have cleanse, clear your energy field, as well as take a walk. Yeah, I feel like clearing your energy field and allowing yourself to shift into this newer energy and kind of leave behind everything that no longer serves you. And you can also do that in a shower, using, imagining the water washing away your old self and stepping out of the shower, opening the curtain to your new self. It doesn't have to be sage specifically. As well as a walk, you could do a meditation walk where you just don't have any music, you just walk. You just walk without a purpose, just to walk. All right, and we have one final affirmation card for you. I am here at the right time. The work I am doing on myself is a lifetime process. It doesn't matter how much time it takes because I have all the time in the world, which I think is important because sometimes people are like, you got to do things, life is short, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, that's negative, that's chaotic. Like, you don't put that pressure on yourself. Do things in your own time and find your own path. It'll all be fine. So that's all I have for you, group 3. If you feel called, give the video a like, give a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye.